students, faculty, staff, and honored guests, it is my honor and privilege to introduce you to Dr. Albert Manero, today's commencement speaker. Dr. Manero is the president of Limitless Solutions and is a 3-time graduate of the University of Central Florida. Go Knights. Including a PhD in mechanical engineering. Dr. Manero asks us to imagine a society where bionic arms are as common as glasses and braces. Inspired by the process of 3D printing and cutting-edge electronics, he learned how to design low-cost prosthetic limbs for children. He then launched Limbitless Solutions, a nonprofit organization that manufactures innovative prosthetics and is funded primarily through private donations. The Limitless team has been able to limit the material costs to just $350 per limb, and then in turn, provide these limbs completely free of charge to kids in need. This is a tremendous feat, given that they normally would cost close to $40,000. Dr. Manero, his many passionate volunteers, and the incredible efforts of Limitless Solutions serve as a bold reminder of what technology can achieve through a singular vision and a charitable spirit. Dr. Manero, your personal and professional journey, coupled with your commitment to giving back to our communities in need, will serve as an outstanding inspiration to our graduating class and their guests. We invite you now to address our students, faculty, staff, and honored guests.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations to the class of 2019 graduates. I'd like to thank the professors, the staff, families, and friends who've supported all of your journeys, and I'm excited that we get to celebrate your success. All the countless hours you spent in the library, sacrificing a lot of sleep, thinking about your class projects while you're at another job. You've been through a lot to make it to this major milestone. Though this is most certainly not the end of your journey. Your story has so much left for you to write, and it goes far beyond the degree that you've earned. The majority of opportunities and careers that you're running towards have yet to be imagined. Your career will extend far further than the major you've chosen. Your path will require you to adapt faster and to think outside the box, to push the boundaries when others tell you it cannot be done. And the world really needs your perspective, your voice, and your mind. The challenges and stakes have never been higher. And in addition to all of these things, our world requires something more, your compassion. It's easy to go through our world and remain in our own bubble, because really, we have a lot of our own problems to face. At the end of the day, we're often tired. We have a family to care for. Our challenge is to think bigger. I'd like to share a piece of my story with you of how my plans got a little interrupted. Growing up, I dreamed of being an aerospace engineer. That's why I went to UCF and why I stayed there for all 3 of my degrees. While I was working on my PhD at UCF, I happened to be running late for class. I'm sure no one can relate. I was actually stuck in the car and I was listening to the radio, and the creators of the first 3D printed mechanical hands were discussing how they launched their project. They were working between Seattle and South Africa, emailing designs back and forth and hitting print on 3D printers, trying to make a difference in our world. I was instantly hooked. I went into my research lab at the time and shared what I'd heard with my other classmates. We too wanted to make a difference, and we didn't really know how. And little did we know that that moment would probably change everything. It wasn't too long later that I received an email from a mom, actually here in Claremont. She told me about how her son was born missing part of his right arm, and that she was looking to be able to get him a bionic arm. She explained how the opportunity to get a prosthetic was actually quite complicated, and it was very difficult or very expensive. So I went and talked to my research professor, and she's incredible. She believes in me more than I did, and I think that's the greatest gift I've ever been given. She's always emphasized to us how important our community was, and it pushed us to really reach out. I shared with her my side project, a little bit different than our jet engine research that we were working on, and she encouraged me to dream. I was a little surprised that she let me keep going with the project. Our dream was that you could use these 3D printers to be able to combine with custom electronics to make a piece of plastic, be able to have full hand dexterity, and also really inspire. So after our classes and after our jobs, our team would gather around our little kitchen table trying to figure this out. The mom that had reached out to me shared that the prosthetics they were looking for were so expensive that they were just out of options. And our team, we had a problem with that. We believe that you shouldn't be financially burdened because a child is born missing part of their limb, and that lack of access, that status quo, was just not acceptable. So because of this mom's dream, we built a nonprofit that now delivers bionic arms to children at no cost to their families. We theme them up to look like superheroes or their favorite sports uniform, pretty much whatever inspires them. Using some sensors like you would use for an EKG, and by having them flex their muscles, they're able to make the robotic hands move. Alex, our first bionic kid, used his bionic arm in our lab for the very first time, and it was such a powerful moment. He hugged his mom with both limbs for the first time. Then he cried, she cried, we cried. It wasn't something we'd ever seen in an engineering lab before. It was an opportunity to really make a difference. Before this, Alex struggled going to the grocery store because of how everyone would treat him. They would look at him like he was different. They would ask, "What's wrong with you? How did it happen? I'm so sorry." Well, since he got his Iron Man bionic arm from Robert Downey Jr., people asked some different questions. And if you haven't seen the video, I recommend taking a look on YouTube. Now people ask, "How did you get it? How cool is Robert Downey Jr.? Have you seen the new movie?" It was so cool. And it really changed the entire conversation for Alex. Now he welcomes all the new bionic kids to our program and shares his experience and how his family's dream launched this program. On our side at UCF, our team has grown to be so much more than I could have ever imagined. We have an entire group that just focuses on the automotive paint application to get the bionic arms to shine just like a car. We have a video game team that creates custom training video games that when you flex your muscles, the characters in the game unlock new superpowers. And we actually use that to be able to train children how to get full multi-dexterity hand function. It takes about half an hour because kids love playing video games, of course. It's so much different than what I thought it would be, and it's been an incredible interruption after what I expected to be doing for 10 long years in school. 3 degrees, took a long time, but stay with it. What I learned is that the value of technology and art goes so far beyond what we learn in the classroom. We need the dreamers who look around us and don't see the world as it currently is, but as it could be. I believe that hopelessness and grief are not permanent conditions, and that by using technology and art, we have the ability to make something that brings people so much hope. My challenge for you is to keep an open eye on the world around you, on the days when we're really tired and busy. Be looking for the challenges in our world and know that you may be the one that brings hope, encouragement, or the dream of something bigger. By stepping out of our bubble and hearing other people, we can find our true calling. And you will be that for someone, and our communities will be stronger for it. That's the power of compassion. So to all the graduates, I hope that you chase those dreams, that you see those around you that are in need, and that you challenge the status quo. Remember to think bigger than your major or just your past experiences. Find compassion, lift up those around you, and allow yourself to be interrupted. And celebrate those moments. So, the next chapter of your journey is getting ready to start. I saw a hat that said, UCF is the next stop. Stop by the lab when you have time. We'll be there. We're right next to the Amazon drop-off store, so I have no doubt you'll be coming by. And wherever you go, please know that people are cheering you on. Many of them are in this room, and they're so, so proud of you. So here's to the class of 2019. Congratulations.
Albert, we'd like to thank you for joining us and to commemorate this special day and for everything that you do. We'd like to present this plaque, and we will also present a scholarship in fall 2019 in your honor under your name. Thank you for everything you do.